So reminders are prioritize self-care, ladies. Learning to be resilient involves self-care. And you know me, I am an advocate of that. Like almost every video I speak about self-care. Take care of self. If you do not take care of yourself, how can you take care of anybody else? If you don't fill up your cup, how are you pouring into somebody else's? Surround yourself around supportive and genuine people. Hello, hello. Okay, let's jump right into this video. So this video is 4 ways on how to become resilient, right? How we can become resilient. And like anything, so I do have my notes. I will be trailing over to the notes a little bit. The notes keep me organized and it keeps me on topic because I can go down a rabbit hole. So if you see me just look away, I'm just keeping up with my notes. All right, so the definition of resilient is of a person or animal able to withstand or recover quickly from difficult conditions. And this is a dictionary version from the Oxford Languages. And then number 2, they have able to recoil or spring back into shape after bending, stretching, or being compressed. Interesting, right? And then this is an AI overview. This is what they said. A resilient person can adapt to and recover from stressors, adversity, and trauma, demonstrating an ability to bounce back from difficult experiences. So it seems like resilience, being resilient, is bouncing back. Anything that could pull you down, hold you down, you are bouncing back like a spring, right? You know, the springs in our mattresses, you spring back on that thing. You recover, right? And I love resilient people. I am a resilient person, always has been. I love and respect resilient people because man, like you can't hold us down with troubles. You can't hold us down. Man, like staying down is not in our definition of what we do. All right, so the 4 steps on how to become resilient. The first step is understanding what resilient is. And I just gave you guys a definition. The little examples that were in, not examples, but they were little tidbits in the definition: bouncing back, recovering, right, stronger than ever, not ever, but stronger than what was meant to hold you down. Okay, so step 1 is understanding it. So we understand what resilience is, right? And now we are going to acknowledge this skill, because oh yeah, resilience is a skill. It really is. It's a skill. So we are going to acknowledge that this skill can be developed over time. So while you may not be resilient at the moment, just know that this is something that builds up over time. Okay. And what does resilient have to do with healing and moving forward in your life? It has a lot to do with it because we're going to encounter trauma. As we're healing, we're healing from trauma. We're healing from past relationships, right? We're healing from dysfunction. So we need to be resilient. Resilient is a skill that we need to acquire to help get us through this time. So resilient is there to be helpful. All right, guys. So that was number 1. Number two is cultivating a positive mindset. I'm dog sitting, y'all. Cultivating a positive mindset. All right. I just love all this. So if you hear me say I love it, I love all this because this is like me. I'm describing myself. So cultivating a positive mindset. I am a positive person. That doesn't mean I'm perfect. It doesn't mean I don't have my moments. Oh my gosh, that does not mean it. But I am a very positive person. I tend to walk around with a smile. Tend to. Usually in my videos, I'm always chuckling or something. I am a positive person. Why not? Why not? I am not one that can sit in misery. And if I do, heaven forbid, I don't sit very long. I like my nervous system just can't handle it. So we're gonna work on cultivating a positive mindset. Y'all, honestly, I've been doing that since I was young. I don't even know how that started to help you start it. All I know is that turning a negative into a positive is a great start. So I'm a klutz, and sometimes, like not sometimes, all the time. Like I am drinking my coffee this morning. So sometimes, guys, I am a klutz to where I can be, holding my coffee and do something and then spill the coffee all the time, or I will knock over one thing and then it's like dominoes. Some other things start falling too, and it's like, what is going on? So I could be like, "Oh." No, I just chuck it to myself and I say, turning a negative into a positive, because if those little things keep adding up, it's going to eventually annoy us, and then we're just going to think we can't get ahead. So cultivating a positive mindset is very important. So starting by turning a negative into a positive. You ran out of gas. God darn it, I'm late for work, but you know what? I'm going to turn this into a positive. I'm going to pray. I'm going to meditate right here until I can figure out what the next step is. Turn that negative into a positive. I cannot stress that enough. So in cultivating a positive mindset, it requires practicing positive thinking by reframing negative thoughts. I just what I like the notes, keeps me on track. By reframing negative thoughts. So every time a negative thought comes up, we're going to turn that bad boy around. And I use this also, y'all, in the trauma that I came out of with my ex-husband. Whenever a memory would come up that wasn't very pleasant, I would take it and I would turn it into a positive, right? So if it was a situation in our marriage that I didn't stand up for myself, or I didn't, I didn't have enough courage to speak my mind, and I might have been walked over like a doormat during X, Y, and Z, whatever time, and it pops up in my head, it's meant to bring me down. It's meant to keep me stuck. But what I learned is, you know what? I didn't have the strength then to stand up for myself, but I do now. What you gonna do with me? Affirm yourself. Affirmation is a part of that. And we have a video on that. And if you haven't seen it, check it out, y'all. Affirming yourself. Let's work on affirming ourselves, right? We are more than our memories. We are more than our past, right? We are not who we were in our past. We are thriving. We are growing, right? And then, along with cultivating a positive mindset, is keeping a gratitude journal to focus on what is going well in your life. I like that. Keeping a gratitude journal. That is awesome. I know I spoke about a couple times about journaling. I like journaling. So I don't do a lot of journaling on paper and pen not as much, not as much. I do it all digitally. My journaling comes digitally. And so I do. I like to type up my thoughts and feelings on my notes and such. But one thing I enjoy doing too is when I'm meditating in the morning and I'm having my alone time with God, I like to just start thanking him. Lord, I thank you for the creation. I thank you for the birds that I'm hearing. I thank you for, these little annoying gnats that I see. But I thank you, Father God, for the breath, right? Let's have a heart of gratitude. We're grateful, right? Those are things that can help you too. Number three, we are going to work on setting realistic goals. Those individuals who are stuck in dysfunction, they don't have a reality. Well, let's take it back. Their reality is not a reality. So they live in a very unrealistic headspace. So we want to be intentional about setting realistic goals, meaning if we set a goal that we want to be, and now we're not saying that none of stuff can't happen, but I want to be healed in the next 3 months. I mean, like, let's just be realistic, or I'm not going to keep overeating. I'm just gonna just stop cold turkey. I don't know. Like we have to set realistic goals, right? Let's set goals that we know we can attain. How do we set realistic goals? Well, that is by breaking larger goals into manageable steps. Y'all, I struggle with this. Maybe let me start. I'll make you finish this. Break larger goals into manageable steps. And with your goals, they can be daily goals, they can be weekly goals, they can be monthly goals, and so forth. Right. And so I used to struggle in breaking my larger goals up, because sometimes I will have like a goal and it's huge, right? And the problem is I didn't know how to break it up to get there until a very wise woman once told me, not pertaining to this situation, but something else that we were working on in my life. And she was like, Tara, it's like a whale, right? A whale is huge. What if we had to eat a whale? There's no way we're going to be able to eat that whole thing, right? Where do we start? So you do it in pieces. You break something that looks big and intimidating, you break it up in pieces. And I like it. It works. It works. So there's a current goal of mine. I want to move my family to Florida. My girls and I, my daughters and I, we wanted to go to Florida a couple of years before I left my ex. That was our goal. And for whatever reason, we allowed him to push us back, so we didn't leave right yet. And then that goal eventually became non-existent. So we are going back on that goal, and it's a very large goal because we have to buy a property down there. We have to set the kids up for school. Like it's a big goal. And so instead of me thinking, oh my God, that's a big goal, I'm not going to be able to do this. I'm going to break that up in little pieces. I mean, I'm going to eat that well in bits and pieces, right? So okay, what do I need to do to get myself financially ready to make that move? What do I need to make sure that X, Y, and Z is in place, right? Looking at the areas of Florida, which areas are better, uh, crime rates, cost of living, right? So I had to break it up, and I'm in that process of breaking it up in little goals, and my goals are more monthly because of the vast of the goal. All right. So yeah, so that's what we're gonna do. We're going to break it up. All right. And number 4, we are going to develop problem-solving skills. Y'all, I love sharing this about resilient because I have another video on mastering skills. This is an example of how we master our skills. This is why I love doing this for you ladies. So number 4, develop problem-solving skills. How do we develop problem-solving skills? I am a problem solver. I am. I always have been. I never embraced it. I am a problem solver. Y'all do not bring me a problem. Like there are like in the past, my girlfriends when we would talk and everything, and I am like always trying to solve their problems. And I had to realize that when people share things with me, they're not sharing because they want their problem solved. They're sharing probably just to share. So I had to refrain myself from wanting to solve their problems. My children too. I'm bad with it. But developing problem solving skills. And we do this by approaching challenges as opportunities to learn. Man, life is full of challenges. Life is full of challenges. No matter where you go, it's going to be a challenge. No matter what you do, it's going to be a challenge. So we need to approach that head on and say, you know what, come what may. Come what may, I'm going to handle this. No matter how big, how small, we're going to handle this. Get over it, overcome it, and keep it moving. So we do this as looking at challenges as opportunities. This is a learning opportunity. And you will learn. I believe you learn something new every day. If you're willing, you will learn something new every day. Even if you don't want to, trust me, you're going to learn something new every day. The world study teaching us. And then another thing we can do with developing problem solving skills is analyzing our past problems for lessons learned and apply those insights to new situations. So always go back in your past, right? Don't stay there, but always go back to see what was done and then how we can do it differently. It's going to be an opportunity to say, okay, I'm not going to do it like that again. I wasn't very educated before I went to this marriage. I'm going to be intentional. I'm going to get education. I didn't really sit down. We didn't sit down. We sat down with our pastor before we had got married and had like the marriage talk, but we really didn't have counseling. So I do plan on getting married again one day because I am wifey material. My next marriage, I would love to go into counseling before marriage. So I'm just throwing out things that we can do to develop problem solving skills. Mine are really minor, but hey. All right. And so that's all I have for the 4. Hello, beautiful ladies. Did any of this information resonate with you? Helped you in any way? If so, do you need someone to walk along this healing journey with you? My email is in the description box, along with the link to my free checklist. Calm, right? Reach out and let's connect. Like, comment, and share for others to be encouraged and empowered while they are still stuck in those toxic relationships. Until next time, ladies. Stay hydrated and stay beautiful.